So, God, it's been a long, hard road. I've been on this journey to try to get help with my sleep for 45 years. And just getting out of bed. And sometimes I get out of bed and I don't, like it takes a while to understand how see, I've got this on. So look, maybe half or 2/3 of the nose hole is covered with tape. Okay, so empty nose syndrome and severe empty nose syndrome and maxillary anastrostomy. They cut my turbinates out and then they cut big holes in my maxillary sinuses. So I suffer with chronic dryness and pain and bleeding. So this tape and cotton has reduced the pain by, up to, it can be up 50 to 75% or more. This has reduced the pain because the cotton imitates the turbinates. It puts some bulk in there, and the tape reduces the airflow. And when I have this on, I can't even tell that I have it on. And like 2/3 of the nose hole will be blocked with tape and and I can't feel that that's on. I can't feel that there's any reduced air. And it has stopped like excruciating suicidal pain. The surgery I had was 13 years ago. And for 13 years, I've suffered with chronic, excruciating dryness, pain, bleeding. These are cut wide open. These empty sinuses have been cut wide open without my consent, without my knowledge. I only found out a few years ago because everyone was covering it up. But for 13 years, I've suffered with extreme pain, dryness, bleeding, constant sinus infections. And I didn't understand why. And then I finally found out a couple of years ago when I got a copy of the CT scan that most of the turbinates are gone and the sinuses are cut wide open. And it's too much airflow and breathing in freezing cold air into my sinuses and dryness and bleeding, and things will dry out and then crack and crust and bleed. It's excruciating. And anyways, so I finally developed this at night, and it has, for most of the time, it's eliminated most of the pain. And so, for at least 8 hours or more, while I'm in bed, I have this pain reduction and less drying out. And that's enough to keep me okay during the day. If I feel pain and dryness and bleeding during the day, then I will put the cotton in my nose and spray water with salt water, homemade salt water. Spray that in my nose, then put cotton in there. And, like I can put, it's a fair amount of cotton, and I can't even feel that there's any resistance or anything in my nose. I can't even feel that at all. And it's not because of a reduction of feeling, it's because everything has been cut out of here and it's so dysfunctional and there's so much airflow that what I need is a serious reduction of airflow. So that has saved me. Doctors were giving me opioids because the pain was so excruciating and they didn't know how to help me. Like, not chronic opioid use, but no one knew how to alleviate the pain for me. Well, that has alleviated the pain. So most of the time it works. Sometimes once in a while it doesn't, and it's weird why it doesn't. And I don't understand why, but for the most part, that has saved the sinus pain. That has fixed the sinus. I mean, sinus pain to the point where I am, livid and crying and just out of my mind from pain. That has been the winning ticket. And so the sleep issue, 45 years to try to get help. They wanted to think it was a psych issue. They wanted it to be anxiety or PTSD or whatever. And it never was. And they were giving me sleeping pills. At 25 years old, I got braces on my teeth. I didn't make the correlation because I was already on, they had me on benzos 4 to 6 times a day. I'm working full time. You're a lot less aware. It's easier for you to be gaslighted when you're on, benzos a few times a day. It's easier for you to be gaslighted. And I got my what they did was orthodontics really caused long-term serious harm. Even to this day, at 25 years old, and I knew I was being misdiagnosed. I knew the sleep issue was being misdiagnosed. I've always known that. And always being coerced and they really wanted me to believe it was anxiety or PTSD or depression, and I knew it wasn't. And it wasn't. But I got talked into everything. I got talked into, well, let's just try anyways. And, really by really charismatic doctors, right? You're alone and uneducated, and you're with powerful people, highly educated people, and people who know how to, I think they are skilled in knowing how to talk people into taking medications. I don't think that's an overstep to say that. That's part of their profession, I think, is to try to talk you into taking medications. And the job gets easier when you're already medicated and on benzos a few times a day. The job is easier. So despite me trying to protect myself, I was being cajoled and talked into, medications. Okay, well, I see your point, but what if we just try this medication? What if it, So what they did was, what orthodontics did was remove 9 teeth. That's a lot of teeth. If you see my teeth on the bottom, imagine 9 of those gone. What have you got left, right? They removed 9 teeth, 5 from the top, 4 from the bottom, made the jaw smaller, moved the jaw back. And at that time, I was already having serious, it's taken, you have to appreciate, this has taken 45 years to figure all of this out. And I never started to figure any of it out until I got off the medications. I couldn't figure any of it out. I couldn't put all the missing pieces of the puzzle together because my memory was gone and I was drugged up. I was on multiple benzos and multiple sleeping pills. So had I not gotten off the medications, I wouldn't have figured any of this out. Not any of it. I would not be alive the last several years if I hadn't weaned off the medications. So what they did was they moved the jaw back. They made my already small palate smaller, moved the jaw back, and I already had sleep apnea for years. And they made my small airway, because I was always a mouth breather. If you're a mouth breather, you've got jaw issues or a small air hole, a small airway. So what they did was they took a person with an already small jaw, small palate of teeth, made that smaller, and made my small airway even smaller, putting me into further crisis. And my sleep got worse right away. And they told me I was bipolar. I was never having wild swings up and down, mood swings. My sleep got severe. And what they did, my sleep went from bad to severe. And what they did was give me more sleeping pills. And I was wildly in crisis. And when you add sleeping pills to someone who's got sleep apnea and has a small airway, you're putting them further into crisis. You're making their problem worse. And a lack of drive to breathe, right? My body started to not want to breathe. And I mean, I was literally tortured. I was being made worse in every possible way. Oh, wait. It gets even better. I was sleepwalking and sleep eating for 40 years from the medications, from the Zopiclone and the other sleep medications. I sleepwalked. Here I am working full time with a family, with a child, with dogs, with a husband, and then eventually a single parent. My husband died. And I'm sleepwalking, and I'm wandering through the night, eating, raiding the fridge, eating in bed, waking up choking on food. Sleep eating, sleepwalking. I raised a child like that, sleepwalking. I've sleepwalked for 40 years. It took me, up until now to figure it all out, that it was the medication. It's the sleepwalking is sleep. I'll start a new video.